Today we're going to do a smoked salmon dip. We're going to start by brining the salmon, and then we'll smoke it tomorrow and produce the dip. The brine, we want the fish to sit in for at least 12 hours, can sit in it for up to 24. The brine we're going to use is a very simple brine. We're going to use a half a cup of sea salt, a half a cup of brown sugar. We're going to use 8 ounces of lime juice. And then we'll use a half a gallon of cold water. We want to use sides of fresh Atlantic salmon if we can get them. The fresher the salmon, the better. We're just going to simply submerge them into our brine. And we'll let them sit overnight then in the refrigerator. We've now brined our salmon. It's set overnight in our brine. And then we took it out and rinsed it. And then we let it sit and dry in the air for about 3 hours. Now we're going to put it into the smoker, and we're going to smoke it with 2 ounces of apple wood. We're going to cook the salmon in the AmeriQue. We're going to use 2 ounces of apple wood, and then we'll set the controller up to cook for 2 hours at 180 degrees. We're going to load the salmon into the cooker. It's nice to coat the racks with either vegetable oil or a non-stick spray so that the salmon won't stick to the racks once you're done. Then load the salmon in, close the door, and we'll set the controller. The AmeriQue comes standard with a cook and hold controller. For something like salmon, we really don't use the hold feature, or we can also cook with a probe, but for salmon that's really not a necessary thing. We're simply going to take and set the temperature that we want to cook at, and for salmon we want to cook it at 180 degrees. And then our time, we're going to cook for 2 hours. And so we simply set our time to 2 hours. To get our time and temperature set, we press the start button, and we're now cooking the salmon at 180 for 2 hours. We've now finished cooking the salmon for 2 hours. Pull the rack out, and you can see that it's a nice, pretty nice orange color. You can see a little bit of the fat that's boiled up in the salmon. We'll take it out, and we're going to make our dip. Once we get the salmon out of the smoker, I like to make the dip while the salmon is still warm. That way it will soften the cream cheese. The recipe is really simple. It's equal parts of cream cheese to salmon, fresh dill, and about 4 ounces of lemon juice. Put our cream cheese into our bowl, and then we're going to break the salmon up, place it in the bowl. It's a good time to check as you're breaking the salmon up, make sure you don't have any bones. So you get all the salmon into our bowl. We'll add our 4 ounces of lemon juice. We're then going to dice our dill up real fine. If fresh dill is not available, you can use dried dill, but I believe the fresh dill adds a lot more flavor. We'll add that into the mixture, and then we're just going to mix all of this together to create our dip. We chilled the salmon dip, and then we put it on a plate, ringed it with crackers. This salmon dip makes a great hors d'oeuvre. Nice for parties and those kind of things. If you'd like more information about Cookshack, give us a call at 1-800-423-0698, or you can find us on the web at cookshack.com.